What's up, everybody? Welcome to Table Stories in the Black, a special mini shot
series.
A light
We agreed
novel.
on mini shot. You can't go back on that, PB.
a light novel.
Oh,
I think
It's a
you
fan
did say
fiction,
that you liked mini shot, that it wasn't bad.
it's not bad, but it's not as
Thank you
accurate
for
as
the endorsement,
miniseries.
PB. That's great.
We
Thank
found
you.
a middle ground, and PB's like, no, I'm going back on it.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
Mini
I
series
guess like
on nothing.
mini shot works.
One shot is like a single shot, but mini shot seems like less than a single shot.
I don't know. I think it's
That'd be like a 1 hour, like play as fast as you can.
Kujio. You don't get a vote. Somebody remove Kujio's mod. Somebody remove it immediately. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show.
Micro campaign. God,
Very nice. Welcome to the show. It's Stars Without Number mini shot series, whatever it is that you want to call it, that we're doing here in space. So let me hand it over to our Space Master, Blue Jay. Blue Jay, why don't you take it away?
Welcome everybody. Thank you so much. Before we get into the finale of our wonderful series, let's make sure that everyone knows everybody. Introduce yourselves and your character real quick. Let's start with Whack because he's so used to talking already.
Hey, everybody. I'm Wax Steven. I'm normally the GM or DM of Doom, depending on which game I'm running, and I usually drag the players kicking and screaming through adventures. But instead, Blue Jay will be doing that through today's episode, and I'm looking forward to it. It's fun that I get to actually play the game and not have to do very much work, which is nice. And I look forward to ordering people to do things that will make me happy. I'm excited about that.
And your character?
I am playing Sasha Romansoff. He is a very monosyllabic
Slavic?
curmudgeon of a person. And he's just looking to make some credits. He's got some family issues that he's got to deal with, and that's his priority. Not this bunch of goofballs.
Speaking of goofballs, Katie Peters, tell us about Lex and yourself. Do
Hi,
it.
I'm Katie Peters Plays. I have nothing interesting to say about myself, but I really like Lex, and she's really she's not really into drugs. She got a really big dose of drugs, and so she's having some issues with that, but she's also got family stuff going on. Her dad doesn't have any legs, and so she's trying to raise money for her father to get some new legs, and her heart might explode. So let's see what happens with this today.
So excited. The only person that could potentially stop Lex's heart from exploding. Supa, tell us about yourself and your character.
Hello, my name is Super Scurry. I am new here, but I'm having a damn good time. And I play Salvador, the medic, who is a very well-spoken and polite individual, though as we discovered last time, there is something a little bit deeper under the surface that hopefully we'll find out more about.
Awesome possum, and perhaps the most curious about what exactly is under the surface of Salvador. Tell us about yourself and your character, Pumpkinberry.
Hello, I am Pumpkinberry, and I am playing Mackie today, and she is the ship's navigator and also a drug dealer, apparently, because I'm the one that gave Lex the drugs that are making her heart explode. So
You couldn't have known.
I did ask for them.
I don't think that makes it okay.
I asked for the drugs, so it's fine.
It's fine.
All right. Well, running the campaign like a television show, we're going to have a quick last time on. We have a quick shot of Lex. She's jittery. She's in the pilot's seat pulling up to the planet of Saime. She says, guys, so we got here a lot faster than I expected. Also, the planet looks very pretty, but I think there's a force field over the whole planet. And we got a message from the machine. Does somebody want to come read it? Because I don't want to. There's another shot of Mackie looking down at a data pad that has the components for her drone, Excella. And she says, "It looks like the machine wants to change Excella." Lex says, "Why?" Mackie, "I don't know, maybe to control it?" Lex, jittering again, sitting in the pilot's chair looking like she's about to explode. "My mom told me never to do drugs, but this isn't so bad. My mom doesn't maybe know what she's talking about." The machine over the comms to Mackie, "You said that you would pick up prisoners, but you are not making accommodation for said prisoners. Is there a reason?" Mackie, "Oh, I didn't realize the prisoner was... Oh, okay, it'll be another 20 minutes. Mackie, "The prisoner is a machine?" Sasha, "That is problem." Sasha, "What is the problem?" Mackie, "I don't think this is a prisoner transport. I think this is... I think we're bringing someone out of prison." Sasha, "We are not going to smash our way through shields, steal something from prison planet, and then make escape. Are we clear? There is a very large difference between working with a person and working with an artificial intelligence, namely the capabilities of either." Salvador, interjecting, "I keep thinking back to when it said it was lonely. Loneliness is a human emotion. I just think there might be more to it than we realize." Sasha, "You're very trusting." Lex, "My dad always says you gotta step up to the challenge, so maybe that's what we gotta do." Mackie, "I don't care what you did. We'll help you get out of here, as long as we're square once it's done." Mackie to Sal, who looks kind of confused and a little bit out of it. "Sal, isn't this where you're from? Nuda?" Salvador, "Nuda is my home. Nuda is a paradise." Lex, "I just realized we shot at a prison planet. Should we go?" And that is our recap of the last episode. We see the shot pulling away from a beautiful red dwarf star outside of the Urium system. We see Mackie, who is looking a little bit nostalgic back at her home planet as we fade into the metadimensional space between systems. And we very quickly have all of the characters are on the flight deck. All of them are staring out of the view screen as we fade from the metadimensional currents and into the Jourhilde system. We see a beautiful red dwarf star again. There's a scattering of asteroids, and immediately you see a difference between this system and the systems that we've been to before, because on the outskirts of the Jourhilde system at regular intervals, there are satellites scattered, kind of maybe looking like a perimeter. And as soon as we pull into the system, as soon as the light from this red dwarf star shines on his face, Salvador gets a flashback, memories that haven't been accessible or present that suddenly are. And I'll go ahead and let you take it away. Supa, what is it that Salvador is suddenly remembering?
So I just collapse to the ground, and you can see as I'm trying to pick myself back up that I'm suddenly filled with energy. Like, my tired demeanor that's usually at the forefront is just gone, and I'm sort of looking around and just smiling, but not at anything in particular. It's like a genuine happiness. And I can see Mackie, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to freak you out or anything. It's just, I reach out my hand to her. Do you trust me?
Yes.
And as soon as she says that, I take her hand and I lead her to the window of the flight deck, and I'm just looking down at the planet, and I point to the planet below. That's my home. That is my paradise. You've never seen anything like it. I mean, rolling hills of green, pristine rows of crops, buildings of white marble basking in the sun. I never thought I would see it again. I never thought I would feel this happy again. Why did I ever leave?
Oh,
And
God.
takes a second, and his expression kind of changes. He's thinking, why would I ever leave? And you can see that sort of happiness just drain from me. I remember I was on a ship, and there was this planet, this beautiful planet of luscious green, this ball of life. And I can see it transforming into this withered, lifeless husk. We did that. We did that. And he just collapses to his knees.
Sal?
He doesn't respond.
I definitely go down onto my knees to check on him. Sal, are you all right?
He doesn't respond.
Where are the rest of us? Are we located in the same place?
Yeah, you're all on the flight deck. Entering the system was something that you would all want to be here for just in case, because you weren't supposed to be here technically.
What is wrong?
Is he okay?
Jesse. What is going on?
And he's really shaken up.
That sounded like a tourist flyer coming out of your mouth. I've never heard you talk that way before.
He's just incredibly shaken by this. You can see that he's crying at this point.
Is he alive?
Yes, he's alive, but there's something wrong.
What's wrong with him? Salvador?
Did he faint? What is problem?
No, he didn't faint, but there's something wrong with his brain, you guys.
Should I get him some coffee?
You hear an alert from the sensor array. If you look at it, you'll notice that you're being scanned.
Shit, we're being scanned.
Fantastic. How much longer till we are refueled?
You would have to go to an actual refueling station if you wanted to refuel.
Can I I want to hack and see if I can see who's scanning us.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That would be a program and intelligence roll.
I love this. 13?
Absolutely. So it's not necessarily an active scan at this moment, but you can tell that the perimeter system of satellites is set up so that anyone who enters the Jourhilde system is scanned, and the information is immediately sent back to Nuda, the capital of the capital planet of the system. Okay. You can tell what information it is that they're gathering, which is basically the ship name and the information that you would have available to any government officials. The crew register is also in that information. Obviously it's says Salvador and not any other name, but you also know that because of what you've looked up for Nuda before, their systems and government, they'll recognize pretty quickly that Salvador is not his real name, because it's not a very in-depth alias.
Okay.
With their capabilities and the fact that he's from here, they'll recognize pretty quickly that you've got someone on board that's not who they say they are. So.
Okay. Am I able to change any of this information before it goes out?
The crew register and the ship name is immediately that's you always have to have that on. Okay. Legally. If you didn't, you'd be pirates. You can try and put if you wanted to, you could try and access the records that would be available for Salvador on whatever kind of internet they have, and try and make it
seem reasonable,
more realistic.
Yeah, I would like to try to do that for sure.
So you all hear the sound that your ship is being scanned, and then Mackie is immediately just absorbed into her like systems and like really like almost like panicking, like typing as it were. But Salvador is still just like on the ground, kind of in shock. You can, I would say, Mackie, for the role to kind of try and like beef up his alias, that would probably be, because you can access the like Wikipedia article. That's not hard. It's to like get something that they wouldn't notice. I feel like it's probably administer or sneak or talk even. Like this is a kind of like a way of like, it's like a charisma roll.
Okay.
Or yeah.
And then 4. Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah, you get access to his records.
Salvador is great. He has a dog.
And you're just like so panicking and like stressed out and like trying to like get anything that looks like a history that you accidentally type in like where he's actually from. Like you're just giving his actual history.
Oh,
like
geez. Okay.
So you're just like, yeah, he's from this place and like this blah 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 blah, and you're like, oh shit, like that's the not. Oh fuck.
That's the real stuff.
You don't put his actual name on there, but it's not great. It's not going to help you at all.
Okay.
Can we see what she's typing? Or is it like a small terminal?
It's a terminal.
No, it's well,
It's
yeah,
not
it's
like up on the big screen or anything. Like
Who is scanning us?
it's just a typical government scan. Flight, crew, and destination, all that.
Is there a problem?
Not yet, but we should probably be fast.
Fine. Let us move on.
Okay, where are we going? Wait. Okay, did you
Fuel us
fly
up.
cool? Oh, okay. I'm gonna run up to the flight deck. And
you're at the flight deck. That's where everyone is. I because it's like you're trying to urgently kind of like get through the system as fast as possible. I'm gonna need a roll for piloting. There's the way that the system is laid out at the outskirts of the system. There's like an asteroid cloud, and then a like Neptunian sort of planet, and then another asteroid belt, and then Nuda and Para and the rest of the like occupied planets. There is a refueling system on the outskirts of the sector. It is available for you to try and refuel at, but you're gonna have to be quick about it. So I'll need a piloting roll from you, Lex. Pilot and dexterity. You're just trying to like get there as quickly as possible, and then there's definitely a capability, like I'll give you the ability to try and like speed up the like way that the fuel is taken into your engine system. It's not like gasoline or anything. I'm not like up on what exactly your engine runs on, but you would be able to probably do that, Sasha. You could try and like it's dangerous. Like it's not like you don't do it all the time on purpose, because like if you do it wrong, like things could get broken. But you can try and like draw the fuel faster than it's recommended from the refueling station. This station, like many refueling stations, is just like automated. There's no one here, but you will have to pay for it, and it'll come from your accounts, and there'll be a paper trail, as it were. So I'll need the piloting roll from you, Lex.
An 11.
Okay, so you're fine to get there before anyone is like coming out to check on you.
Okay.
But Sasha, you would know that if you wanted it to be less than an hour, if you're trying to like get out of town, you'd have to do something, or you can just let it take its sweet time. But someone is definitely going to be coming out to like check on this ship that's entered the system.
We need to move. We are not sticking around for this problem.
I'm going as fast as I can.
What do you mean we're not sticking around for this problem? They're clearly brainwashing people.
That is not our problem. Do we look like police?
No, but
What are you getting at? We are going to solve entire planet's problem?
well, maybe not solve, but at least help Sal.
Salvador, have you gotten up? Like, what's...
I definitely have sort of tried to brace myself up and just reach for Mackie and say, just get us out of here. Just let's go.
Wait, are you sure? There's something wrong with you, Sal. I'm worried.
We need to go.
Okay.
He's still visibly shaken.
I take your hand. Are you sure?
I am sure.
Shut up.
No! I'm not going to risk us all because he has problem.
I'm sure we need to go.
Okay. Without looking at Sasha, I turn around back to my terminal and I am trying to just keep an eye to see if anybody's going to scan us or approach or anything like that. Maybe peeking over at Lex's panel too, the radar, to kind of see if any ships are approaching us.
Mm-hmm.
It's out of here.
So you get to the refueling station just fine, and you can plug in. Are you gonna try and manipulate your engines to intake fuel faster, or?
Yes, definitely. I will be doing whatever I can to make sure that this ship is moving as quickly as possible.
So almost as soon as you pull up, Sasha is running down to the engine room and messing about. Can I get from you a probably? How are you doing this? Are you trying to just be physically quicker, or are you trying to use maths and manipulate the actual functioning of your engine?
I think I would be trying to do some sort of patch job to increase the flow of fuel in whatever fast way I can. So this is probably a physical thing over an intellectual thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna say probably dexterity and fix then, if you're just trying to go as fast as possible, physically.
Yes. All right. Okay. Fix. 13.
Nice. So if anyone was here to see, Sasha is moving faster than you've probably ever seen him move. He's he knows this engine's ins and outs super well, and he's adjusting different things, and probably you bypass some kind of filter system. You bypass it completely so that it's just going from the station straight into the engine and not being checked for anything, because you know that it'll be a lot faster if you don't have that filter system. And it's usually just in case it's low quality fuel, which you assume in this system itself, which is the headquarters of this sector, the fuel is not going to be cheap fuel anyway. So you get fueled up in half the time, but you will notice back on the flight deck, Mackie or Lex, whoever it is that's watching, there is a ship coming from the asteroid belt to where you are, and they send you a message.
Someone's coming up.
Yeah, I see it. I open up the terminal. What is the message? Is it video, or is it?
It's a video. It's a video call. It's a video connection, and it's real time. It's a young-looking man.
I don't know if I answer it. I don't know if I answer it. What's the ship? What's the ship name? Sorry.
It's a military ship.
Oh no! Fuck no! I don't answer that.
So you see the call come up, and the ship name is the Hard Forward, and it registers like that it's calling you, and you see that it's a military ship from the Jourhilde Empire.
Oh, God.
Where is Io now?
Io was probably recharging while you were in the metadimensional space, but you can definitely like poke them, wake them up or whatever.
I wouldn't be doing that. I would be still making sure that we are being refueled as quickly as possible. I am curious, though.
Lex, how much time do we have before we're fully fueled?
Lex, you see like, whatever like super space fuel tank gauge is like going really fast. Like it'll be about probably 20 minutes now.
Okay. Oh, God. Okay. I call the ship back. I wait until the call is missed, and then I call them back.
And they answer you. It's a young man. He looks a lot like Salvador. Not like he's the same person, but just like like a family resemblance.
Oh,
sort of. He's wearing a gray uniform that is like without a lot of decoration. You can kind of see the rest of the flight deck of this ship, but it's out of focus, almost like intentionally obscured. And he says to you, "Swift Gambit, you have entered the system and started refueling without the consent of the Jourhilde Empire."
Oh, I didn't realize. I kind of sort of like reach my leg under and over towards Lex to kind of like poke her to get her to start talking, hopefully.
I'm sorry. I guess we didn't realize that we needed to get permission.
No one is to enter the Jourhilde system without permission. Can I see your crew documents, please?
Oh,
Look over at Mackie.
Absolutely. We can send those right over. We like altered those, right? To show our new destination as Nuda, or not Nuda, but the next system over. I'm just trying to remember what we did. So
I
that
thought
don't...
that Io did.
Io altered them to get you access to the Jourhilde system, yes. Obviously, they are maybe a little bit more equipped to notice things that have been manipulated.
Sure.
But
Okay.
you hadn't, that I recall, altered them to have your destination be outside of the Jourhilde system.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay, I send them over.
Is there a problem?
And you can see the young man looking at, like, off to the side at
I send a
display.
private message to Lex's terminal. Keep talking.
And he's obviously like looking over, and then you can see him like basically clicking through on something, and he says, "One of your crew members is a fugitive. Were you aware of this?"
I'm sorry. I think you're confused. That can't be the case. I'm so sorry you think that. We're just here, exploring space, doing the thing. What's your name?
If you would remain at the refueling station, we will dock with your ship and take the fugitive of the Jourhilde Empire. If you resist, we will fire upon you.
Oh, that's not necessary.
This is your warning. And then he like closes the call.
Shit.
Well, that was very rude.
It was so rude. Okay, we have to go now.
Okay.
Do we have enough fuel?
We have enough to get away. We might have to stop somewhere else, but it's moving really fast. I don't know if they have some sort of fancy system here or what.
You're probably about like you'd need another 15 minutes, and the ship is a little bit out. Like it would be close, but you could probably just like try and outrun it.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay, Lex, we gotta go. We're gonna try to outrun it now.
Okay. Oh, all right. And so can I disconnect it from the fueling dock or request? Okay, I'm gonna request that to be removed.
I pull up comms for the engine room. Sasha, we gotta go, and we gotta go fast, okay?
I am going as fast as I can.
done fueling and we're out of here. We got a military ship on our ass, so we gotta go.
What?
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
We're going now. No time to talk. Make sure the engines are ready to go.
Engines are ready.
I'm gonna just gun it. Like I'm gonna start moving.
Am I able to like help her pilot at this point?
Okay, so we're gonna really quick do. It's not exactly a ship combat, but it's as close
God.
because you're trying to outrun them. So I'm gonna need you to. I'm gonna look up what their ship would be. One sec. So we can make some contested rolls to see if you can manage to get out of the system before they catch up to you. So here we go. You are a free merchant ship. They're definitely a patrol boat. So you have speed 3 and they have speed 4. You're one of the things you're gonna have to do really quickly, like a really quick like ship combat thing. You're trying to escape combat,
Yes.
right? So what you can do to help her would basically, you would choose to go above and beyond. You want to push yourself to help the ship where it's true. So you would pick an attribute and skill check. You can pick them and explain how you're using it to help the ship. And then you would just have to get above difficulty 9.
Okay.
In order to have enough points, I feel like you and Sasha are both going to need to do this roll.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we can try and escape combat.
Okay.
I am trying to send communication back to her immediately after I hear of this, and she cuts me off.
Okay. I am sort of ignoring it because I am switching terminals now. So I imagine our ship as, it's small and our terminals are kind of digital panels.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually just like swiping on the digital panel of Lex's piloting to extend the panel further so that I can help her with all of the piloting commands that she needs to put in. So both of us are basically trying to pilot the ship and go together.
Okay.
You said there was an asteroid belt nearby, right?
Yep.
Might I suggest we go that way? And I point towards the asteroid belt.
You want us to go into the asteroid belt, Lex?
Yeah, if we maneuver fast enough, we should be able to lose them.
And you can do that. Are you sure you can do that?
Yeah, if I could try really, really hard. I don't do it super often. I move minors back and forth. Sometimes I mess around in the belt.
That's where we're going. Let's go. Oh my God.
So, you, Sasha and Mackie, you could roll whatever attribute and skill you feel like you're using to help.
Okay.
I am definitely trying to get as much power out of the engine as possible.
Okay.
I think this is probably me doing some mental math, trying to figure out what systems I need to bypass, what is most important, and what is unnecessary. Excuse me?
Intelligence and fix, probably.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna do intelligence and pilot.
Okay.
Could I roll for knowing if they would risk following us?
Yeah, that would be intelligence and no for you.
14.
Okay, so
And a 12 from
Matt got a
Mac.
12,
yeah.
and Sasha got a 14.
I got a 10.
Great. On a success, you gain your skill level in command points plus 1. So, what is your skill in fix, Sasha?
2 plus 2.
And what is your skill level in pilot, Mac?
2.
Awesome. So you have enough points. You can go ahead and roll Dex or Intelligence and Pilot, Lex. And you're trying to escape combat here. And then a no and Intelligence. Salvador, you know that these people aren't messing around. Like, they are very experienced and they don't like people getting in their business. They will follow you into the asteroid belt. They'll follow you, like, through the system.
Okay, so I go up to Mackie and I say, even if we go there, they're going to follow. They're still going to follow us.
Okay, that was a great roll. So it's actually 13 plus 3, which is your speed. So let me real quick roll for the enemy ship.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna open the comm because I imagine that Sasha was just continually dialing. So I finally open it. Sasha, we're gonna.
What are you doing? Are you
Listen,
crazy?
we were gonna go to an asteroid belt, and then we.
Why
came from
is
the
there a
asteroid belt, so we
military
gotta go.
person that is attacking us? What is happening?
I don't know. Apparently, we have a fugitive on board, which we already knew. So we're just getting out of here. All right, we're just going. So just overpower the engines, or work your magic, or do whatever it is you need to do to make sure that we're ready to jump
the
right now.
engines.
Just do what you have to do, Sasha.
Sasha, make it go fast.
I'm making it go as fast as possible. Do you know how old this ship is?
I don't care, Sasha. Just make it go super fast.
I want to be very clear. If there
Sasha,
is
I'm having
one
a really hard time
scratch,
concentrating.
not my problem. If there is one scratch on ship, you are paying for it.
So Lex succeeded on this roll. So you can see you enter the asteroid belt. She is used to flying shuttles through asteroid belts and not necessarily ships that are as large as the Swift Gambit, but she's actually doing a really good job for being in space that she's not familiar with. And you can tell that even though the other ship is faster than you, because you kind of got a head start, you are pulling away. You get through this portion of the asteroid belt and into the orbit of the Neptunium type planet, but there is another asteroid belt in front of you, and you're going to need to do a similar type roll again to try and pull ahead another time. If you can manage to win this time as well, you'll get far enough away from them that you can exit the system before they get to you.
Okay. Can I assist with piloting as well?
Yeah, you can assist with the same rolls. It's just, again, you're gonna need to get above a 9. And both of you are gonna need to get above a 9 to be able to pull this off so that she can pull ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Got a 13 again.
I got an 8.
Okay, so Mackie, you're trying to help.
I have a 12.
You can manage. Sasha is pushing the engine to its max, but Mackie, you're trying to give
asteroid belts
Lex
are scaring
advice.
Yeah.
Is just it's distracting her. So is there you can see that she's just kind of all over the place, and she's gonna need a little bit more help to be able to push through. Salvador, what are you doing while everyone's kind of panicking and yelling at each other over comms?
At this point, I've sort of recovered from my little breakdown, but I'm still unsure of what I can do to assist apart from I know the people that are following us, I know they're not going to stop. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of hope right now. I'm kind of a little bit lost.
Let's see. You can...
Are you standing behind?
Yeah, I'm next to you.
Okay. Sal, can you do something?
What do you want me to do?
Literally anything that you can give us that will help us. How do these guys, what are they going to do next? Do you know?
And can I roll to see if I know any sort of weakness that ship might have?
Absolutely. It's going to be an intelligence and no check. Again, you have to get over a 9 to give her the boost that she needs to get out of here.
Okay. Intelligence and no. A 7.
So,
I knew I should have brought someone else.
Unfortunately for this, while you're outside of the asteroid belt and trying to go as fast as possible, there's the arguing and the noise of everyone yelling is distracting, and you can see that whatever amount you pulled ahead while you were in the asteroid belt, you've lost that advantage. And the ship is still coming up on you as you pull into the second asteroid system. So you have you just lost your advance from before. You can choose to again just try and push it. You can choose to use different abilities or attributes and skills, but you're gonna have to again try and roll to get away from them. You could also try and crash the ship's systems behind you. If you want to look at page 117, there's a bunch of different things you can do to try and get out of this combat.
When I see that I'm not really helping her pilot and Lex
Yeah.
is like amazing, I will actually head back to my terminal. I'll slide over and I will use my navigation that I normally do for charting stars, but I'm going to try to guide us through the asteroid field.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to try to get out again.
Are either Salvador and Sasha, one other person is going to need to do something to assist Lex if we want to try and do the escape combat action again?
I am probably trying to work the navigational shield, the shield that is put up sort of to stop any small particles from just moving through the ship as the ship moves at incredible speeds. Would that also be intellect and fix?
It would either be fix or program, depending on how you're going about it. If there's some kind of mechanical element to the shield systems that you can mess with, that would be fix. If it's a programming sort of thing, like you could say that you're putting more like energy into the shield systems, which would be like a fix. If you're just trying to like program them to like vaporize the.
If I look out the window and I see asteroids flying by.
Yep.
There is a stream of curses coming from my mouth, previously unthought of, that I will be screaming at the top of my lungs as I
you don't
definitely
even need the comms
put
on to hear him yelling.
Yes, I definitely put as much power as I think is possible into the shields without blowing ship up.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and say that you could do a fix in intelligence for that, or a fix in dexterity, depending on like how you're doing it. Like if you're just running around. Okay, so a 10 is fine. You managed to give her the 2 points. And then Mackie, did you already roll?
I did. I rolled a 9.
You got the 9. Perfect. So you met the difficulty. So you can go ahead and again try and escape combat. Lex, you have the amount of assistance that you need.
I am also, after I have put power into shields, I will be rushing to recharge station where Io is located.
Mm-hmm. That's up on the flight deck.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna try something.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I got an 8.
Okay, so that's plus the 3 from your ship's thing. Let me go ahead and roll and see how the other ship chasing you does.
I imagine
They're a little bit faster. Yeah, they beat you this time. They are like on your ass. It's at the point where like you're pretty sure that you're within firing range of them.
Oh.
I will give you one more chance to do something. But yeah, you're gonna have to do something.
Sal, wake up Io.
Okay.
You can probably hear me cursing, running down corridor, trying to reach Io myself.
I boot up Io as soon as I get to her.
You can probably see me at end of corridor. Yes! Make robot do its job!
Wake up, wake up.
Good morning.
Oh.
Can I be as-
Io, we're in a bit of trouble.
We need your help.
Io, like you can see like the momentary pause as Io basically scans your system logs, notices what's going on, and says, "Oh, it seems that the government of Jourhilde was a bit more capable than I suspected."
Do you have any way that we can get out of here?
The drone floats up out of the dock and goes to. Actually, it probably like sits back in the dock, but you notice that it's using the dock to kind of like Bluetooth access the ship systems. And Mackie, you see your console, like you something like take your hands off because something is using the console. And I'll go ahead and use Io to it's trying to, well, we'll just see if it's a success. Here, hint and program check. Okay. Not that one. Probably this one. Okay. So it's, let me I rolled before to see what the program skill I gave to. Okay. So, 2d6. Let's see. Not
11.
great. So Io gets an 11. It's an opposed check against the target ship. So I'll give. Do you have a +2 to your program and intelligence, Mackie?
I do. I believe I do. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Program is a +3 actually. Wait, that can't be right. It's 3d6.
Okay, so they're probably not an expert on that ship. They're probably not as good as you. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a 2d6 plus. What's your program? +1 plus.
Yep. +2. No, +1. Pilot.
Your program
two.
is +1, and your intelligence is also +1. So they probably have that, but they're not an expert because they're not you. So. Yeah, Io attempts to do something to the other ship. Like you can see through your console that the ship systems are attempting to be hacked, but then there's like a weird like shock over in the drone like connection, and Io like jumps a little bit and floats out of the drone connection port and says, "It seems that they were able to overcome my ability to access their systems. I would recommend we attempt to disable them using perhaps ship's weapons. Do you have some? You should."
I don't think we should shoot at a military ship.
Io tried to like shut them down so you could get away, and it didn't work. Sorry.
What
I got a 13 for the enemy ship and an 11 for Io. So
we don't have like any decent weapons. Do we have any weapons?
You have the multifocal laser that you used to target the shield, and you also have a sand thrower. So the multifocal laser gives you a +3 to shoot, and so does the sand thrower. It's just gonna do different amounts of damage to the ship if you wanted to.
I have probably gotten to flight deck by now. I will say, Io, you
Sasha,
will pretend to be regular drone, no speaking. Mackie, stop the ship now.
No!
No!
No! They're gonna arrest all
I
of us!
take out my weapon and I point it at Mackie.
Don't do that. No.
Sal, what are you doing? Stop him!
I was with Io. I stand in front of. I get in front of Sasha.
Get out of my way.
Sasha, we've been trying to get away from this. You think they're just going to be like, "Oh, that's all right. We'll just come aboard now." That we've been trying to escape them.
Sasha,
I was not trying to escape them. This decision
Great,
was made.
You can tell them that when they arrest all of us, Sasha.
I'm gonna try to.
What is your grand plan? You
To
shoot
run
their
away.
ship? They are faster. They are stronger.
I'm gonna try to fly the ship in a way that it juts quickly to one side. So
I
Sasha
point
gets
the
knocked
ship.
over.
I point my weapon at Salvador. Get out of my way.
okay, so several things are happening at once.
That
I'm
escalated real fast.
I'm going to, so you're paying attention to Mackie and Salvador right now, Sasha. So I'm going to go ahead and give Lex the opportunity to try and jerk the ship to like knock you over, which she wanted to do. If she cannot do that, then we can potentially make like
Does
an
ship have-
intimidation roll.
Does ship have dampeners?
I mean, it has stabilizers for sure, but she's at the control. She's at the, like, she could quickly like turn them
All right.
off. I'm gonna give her the opportunity to do that. So, you said you wanted to try and like jerk the ship one way or another. You said
Like take like a fast turn or something to see if it'll like knock him off his feet.
okay. I'm going to. You can make a. So you're just trying to like pilot. So that would be your dexterity plus your piloting. And Sasha, you can go ahead and use dexterity plus exert, and whichever person has the higher. You can obviously like if you think it's a different roll to try and like
Definitely
stand your ground.
Dexterity and exert.
Okay, so Lex, you're rolling dexterity and pilot, and
I
Sasha
got a 6.
dexterity and exert. If you get more than 6, then you can.
7.
Oh!
Okay, so Lex tries to jerk the ship like right
I
very
grab-
quickly.
Probably a bar on the corridor
A bar or a chair or
something. And I will shoot Salvador.
Okay. So you have not yet used your weapons, but you have shot Lex shot before. So it's gonna be a dexterity and shoot for you.
5.
Not great.
Oh my god.
I actually wait. I think that like I'm not. I think that shooting is a little bit different. I think you might use a d20 for that. It's been a while. Give me just a sec. Because there's a different way to fire weapons versus firing. Versus doing other skill checks. I should have looked at this up, but I didn't think we were gonna shoot at each other. Okay. Skill checks tell you whether or not your hero would be able to. Combat section. I'm just gonna say that with a 5, it's not a success. You shoot. It goes near Salvador. It does not hit Salvador, but like there's this moment of realization. Maybe you didn't think that he would actually do it, and he did. So there's a pause as everyone realizes how serious Sasha is exactly about this, and that pause gives you notice that the ship it didn't shoot at you yet, but it's coming within like boarding range, the other ship. So you all have maybe like another round to decide what it is you're going to do.
I'm gonna still try to help Lex get the ship out of here.
I say,
Fuck Sasha.
get out of my way to Salvador
Can I try
again.
to disarm Sasha?
You can attempt to do that.
Yeah.
It would be an opposed roll.
Yeah, if he is trying to rush at me, I will shoot.
Okay, so the opposed roll would be, I think you're trying to disarm him. It would probably be dexterity, and if you're trying to do it like sneakily, probably just exert, honestly. And then if you're trying to shoot, then again it would be dexterity and shoot. So it would be a contested roll. Whoever has the higher would get what they want.
Okay. Exert and dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 10.
Okay.
Oh my god, I have never been so stressed in my
5.
life.
All right, so Sasha attempts to shoot again, but Salvador maybe surprising himself. Like, how do you react to this when you kind of? I don't think that you knew that you had this in you, but there's some kind of like body memory that isn't necessarily like you can't remember ever learning this, but for some reason you like whip out this like disarming technique. And you hit Sasha's elbow. His hand opens, almost like you hit a nerve, and he drops the gun that had just gone off in your direction. And you're both kind of like panting, and it's a really tense situation. But you did indeed disarm Sasha. Are you just gonna like?
I
wanna
kick
take-
him in the balls.
So that would be punch instead of and you could use strength or dexterity depending on if you're trying to like one up him or if you're just trying to be like quick and get like,
I'm
a
just
sucker
trying to
punch.
be fast.
Okay, so punch and
His first
dexterity.
rule of fighting.
Be quick. God. There's a fight going on right behind you, Lex and Mackie. Are you still just trying to get out of the
Yeah.
way?
Yeah.
I mean,
trying to
I'm
get us out of
flying
here.
the ship.
Yeah.
and-
He's 5.
Okay. They're wrestling. I want to get a roll. You don't punch him in the balls.
What
He's
does that mean? Does he miss? Like what?
A 5 is definitely a miss. That's like really low.
Knees me in the
But
leg.
I want to give the ladies a chance to get out of the way before I have the military ship dock. So can we get? I'm just gonna say that if you can give me a dexterity and pilot roll, Lex, and then for you, Mackie, no one is giving the engines an extra boost. I don't think that you giving a piloting boost would help here. I feel like you're gonna need to try and like.
If I do program,
I would say you could use program to
Yeah.
like kind of like push the engines faster than they're supposed to, maybe.
okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
roll. I got a 9.
Okay, so you got a 9 for the piloting check. And how are the engines doing?
Oh god. Sorry. Okay. 14.
Okay, so that's definitely a success. You, Lex, you're just trying. You're
my
just
dick, Sasha.
managing to pilot at like a usual at an ordinary level, but suddenly like you have way more power than you anticipated having, and so you just barely get out of the way of an asteroid as you go way faster than you expected to, and you can hear over the comms the military ship has basically like hacked open, like instead of like just calling you and having you like answer or not, there's like chaos on the flight deck, but the ship is basically like saying, this is your last warning, you will be fired upon if you attempt to exit the system. And there's behind you, two ladies, there's a fight happening. You definitely still need to like get out of range. I'll give you like you have another round basically to attempt to get out of range. Are either of you going to address the two fighting people, or they can continue to do as they wish?
I probably would yell back. I wouldn't stop them because we're going to be fired upon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sasha, what are you doing?
Guys, we are gonna die if you don't do something.
What
And
happened?
that's all.
We are in this problem because of you! You made this choice!
I reach for the gun.
I'm
there
definitely
anything-
doing whatever I can to stop him.
Okay. So that would be a contested roll. It's definitely dexterity. Probably just dexterity and exert would be my
Okay.
guess. Because you're just trying to do a thing
That is a 6.
for Salvador and Sasha.
7.
Okay, so Sasha, you see Salvador going for this gun, and you just like either like you can't like get it in your hand, like you can't re-equip it, but you can bat it out of his way, and more like toward your side of the flight deck. The Mackie and Lex, you have another chance to try and like get out of the way of the ship that's chasing after you, but also at the end of this like roll they're going to take a shot, so you can also try and like make it yourself harder to hit potentially. Again, there's page 117 is the space combat actions. You can you would know, Mackie, that you can attempt to put like a ghost of your ship on the sensors of the other ship, so you would need to succeed on a difficulty 9 intelligence and program check, and you would get an extra AC. So basically like they would see 2 ships instead of just one.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to do that.
Okay, so intelligence and program. I found the combat stuff, so I can figure that out now.
Also, as I'm doing this,
Uh-huh.
No, I'll do this first.
Okay.
7.
Oh, no.
So it doesn't work.
Doesn't
Okay.
work.
So when I fail this, shit. Sasha, I don't think you'll be able to help your sister from jail. Either you go and get these engines burning and get us out of here, or we're all fucked.
I'm gonna do evasive maneuvers.
Okay. So int or dex and pilot against difficulty 9.
Okay. A 6.
Oh, God.
No. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a roll for the ship that is firing at you, and you're all gonna have a chance to react to the fact that you just got shot at. So let me just get the ship's guns.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's not as bad as it could be. Here we go.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I think it's actually a D20 to hit. And you're
Okay.
So
Okay.
19.
Yeah, it definitely hits you.
Yep. Son of a bitch.
Okay. So your ship has usually has 20 HP. You just got hit for 12 of that, so you feel the ship like thrown back. There's definitely like sparks from various different systems that are on the hull. You hear an alarm sound that there's been a hull breach in one of the cargo containers, and the airlock doors have automatically shut in that section, so you're not in danger of losing oxygen. But the ship has definitely been hit, and you get another call through the comm systems to lower your shield and prepare to be boarded.
I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. Stop the ship! Lower the fucking shields! You dumb son of a bitch!
Can I use my connect to try to reason with Sasha?
What would be like basically you're trying to do a persuasion roll?
Something like that, just to try to.
It would be talk.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, it would be talk and charisma. Or if you're just trying to get him to see logic, maybe talk and intelligence.
Logic!
Yeah. Well,
Ridiculous! Toss, Sal, IO out the airlock. Problem solved!
Could I do talk and charisma? Or would you rather me? Okay. So I would probably look back and I'd be like, Sasha, they're already shooting at us. Right now we got to get out of here. We're not going to stop. They're not going to, not shoot at us now. It's already happened. Let's just work
Exactly! They
together."
will keep shooting! Stop! Turn on shields! Cut engines! You must do this! We are all going to die!
If they catch us, they kill us.
If they catch you, they kill you.
No, they will kill anything that doesn't fit into their utopia. If they see you, they will kill you.
Okay, so
We can't outrun them.
That's the only thing we can try to do.
I don't think a 7 is enough, but you can choose whether or not you're persuaded. Yeah.
For the podcast listeners, I am staring at the camera, bewildered at the concept of listening to Lex right now.
So, Lex is at the controls. She can choose to try and like act without your consent, or like Sasha, you can just like run up there and like try and
I'm definitely trying.
Okay.
I want to elbow him in the face.
Okay. So this is a contested roll. I would say that Sasha, you could use either strength or dexterity. You're either trying to just like brute force your way through, or trying to like dodge whatever elbow she's throwing. I feel like the elbow throwing is going to be punch, but
Okay.
Sasha, you can use probably exert or sneak or
I don't think sneak is right option
Yeah, it
right
just-
now. Everyone is looking at me.
Yeah, it would be like you're
Yes.
reaching forward with one arm and then using the other one to punch the button or whatever. Okay, so Sasha got a 7, and
Okay.
Lex.
A 9.
Lex elbows you in the gut, and you feel the air kind of like go out of your lungs as you're knocked back just enough for you not to be able to press this button to power down the engines. You all see this, Mackie, Salvador. Like, what are you doing?
Is the gun unattended currently?
Yes, it is.
I would like to get the gun.
Okay, you can spend your turn getting the gun. That's
Io, I need help getting us out of here.
Io, there's a little bit of like hesitation almost, but then Io settles back into the dock and is going to attempt to help you.
Okay.
Let's see. Io would probably.
Is Lex still able to pilot or?
Not on this turn.
Okay,
because
so can
her
I?
action was to.
May I do it then? I
yeah.
will try to pilot us out of here.
Okay. I would say you're gonna roll int or dex and pilot against difficulty 9, and then Io is just gonna try and crash the systems, the weapon systems on the other ship again, and just see how it goes. So you're rolling against difficulty 9 with your piloting skill.
Okay. 10.
Okay, so you were able to evade. What is your pilot skill?
My pilot skill is 2.
Okay, cool. Perfect. So that would up the ship's AC, and then let's just go ahead and see if. Okay, so a 13 from Io, but it's opposed. And I've already decided that the other ship has a 2. I'm just rolling against myself. Okay, so Io successfully crashes the ship's systems. And you register on, you hear the yelling over the call that you're kind of just ignoring. The call like crashes, it ends, and then you can register while you're trying to evade that the weapon system that you could see powering up behind you, all of a sudden it is like powered down, and Io floats out of the dock and says, "I have bought us some time."
Okay. Lex, can you prepare to? We'll prepare to jump out of systems, right? Because we've escaped now.
Let's do it.
Okay.
With partial fuel?
We have enough.
No, we don't.
I aim at Sasha and I say, Sasha, stand down.
Fuck you.
We
did check though that we had enough fuel to do this, right?
You cut it off halfway, remember?
No, I know, but
you can get out of the system.
Yeah. Okay, that's definitely what I want to do.
So let's just gun it, Mackie. We're just gonna gun it.
Okay.
So are you trying to intimidate Sasha to like?
I'm aiming at Sasha. I will say, move, and I will shoot you.
Are you?
I'm staring at his eyes.
Are you going to stay still?
I stay still.
Okay. So there's no roll then if you're just standing still, but I do need the ladies to roll.
Okay.
So however you're helping
Okay.
Lex, you can roll with whatever you like. Again, difficulty is 9.
Okay.
Got an 11.
And this is for just jumping systems now?
This is trying to get away still because
Still?
they're like
Okay.
right on your ass.
Okay.
Remember,
Okay.
you have the
Okay.
Rolls there. But you're close. You've spent a lot of time like running through these.
8.
They're still behind you because you didn't both succeed. You've got a range on them, and you know that Io has at least given you some time while they try and reboot their weapon systems. But
Okay.
it's you're probably gonna need Sasha's help. If you're, there's only 2 of you. Like, you can't do everything.
Can Io help us? Again, can she do a check?
She can. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Io, I still need help.
Sasha is standing on the flight deck, staring daggers into Salvador, who has a gun pointed at Sasha.
Sasha, I never thought I'd say this, but I am so disappointed in you.
Io, I still need help.
Io, yep. Io will do what they can. Probably just go above and beyond, is what I'm gonna guess. But you hear like the drone kind of like jet out of the flight deck and down past the cargo containers and into Sasha's home, the engine room, and the drone is going to attempt to work some magic down there. I'll give it a chance. So Sasha, let me check how good you are, because the drone is definitely not as good as you at this. It's very good at hacking. You have a fix of 2, and all right, so probably because it's using intelligence. You hear in the engine room like the sound of like Sasha. You can see on the control board there's like a red light lighting up back in the engine room. The drone tried to do something. It was not successful, and
that will be
like
a problem very soon.
Well, what is that supposed to mean, Sasha?
I don't know.
Words.
What could it possibly mean?
You can fix it.
I could.
We need to go to the engine room.
Salvador
I'm not moving.
is holding a gun to Sasha's head. Sasha is just staring like death glare at Salvador. And Mackie, you see that like Io maybe messages you from the engine room, and there's like this loud like high-pitched whine in the background of the message, and Io says, I am not as good at engineering as I am at programming.
Damn it, Sasha, do you hear that? We need your help. If we're gonna get out of here alive, we need your help.
I want to sort of position myself and move around so I'm getting nearer to Mackie and Lex, and I say, Sasha, go to the engine room. Help Io.
No. Pull the trigger.
Can I do a deal with a crisis roll?
The crisis is it's an actual thing that happens.
Okay.
So instead of accepting a gruesome hit or disabling attack, the ship can choose to accept a crisis. So like you could choose to have a crisis happen when, like, if you were to get shot at again, I would roll a d10 and it would say what the crisis was.
That scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, things like armor loss, crew loss, engine lock, fuel bleed, haywire systems, hull breach, that sort of stuff.
Sounds like great things to have happen.
Yeah, this is like role play, you know.
Yeah.
Sasha is being obstinate and he just wants to give up the person that these people are after and apologize and be on his way. And the rest of you are trying to protect Salvador and yourselves. So what do you do?
Sasha, you can have all my money. You can have everything. You can have absolutely every single credit that we will earn by taking Io where they need to go.
Don't you understand? It does not matter because you have made a decision that has affected everyone. It was selfish.
Look what you're doing right now. None of us agree with you.
Yeah.
You're being selfish.
You were hired to do a job.
And we're doing the job.
No, you are not.
I need him.
This is a mutiny.
A mutiny of one? How does that work?
A mutiny of 3. You are being mutinous against me.
You're not captain of this ship, Sasha.
I am in charge of this ship.
You're the janitor of this ship.
I am janitor. Very well. Then I will leave the sweeping to you.
Is there
I'm
a way
gonna
I
try to
can
escape.
Yeah, for escaping, we can't do a full jump because of our fuel. Is there a way to like do
Well,
a smaller jump?
We checked before we left because I said I didn't want to run unless I knew we could jump out of the system.
Uh-huh.
So I know we can jump to the next system.
Yeah,
I think.
like you definitely you have the capabilities, especially because you're so good at piloting. I'll give you that. So you can. The ship is damaged. It's taken a hit. There's something wrong with your engines that none of you know what it is because you haven't gone back to the engine room. I don't think with that failure on the roll from Io that without someone going back and fixing whatever that was, that you can jump out of the system. It's not a fuel problem at the moment.
Okay.
Mac, I don't know what to do.
Well, we're going to have to try to jump anyway. Sasha, if you don't go and fix the engines, we're probably going to die. I'm going to plot a course for
That
our
was
jump.
not my decision.
The decision was made, Sasha, so what are you going to do now? Just sit back and do nothing and let us all die?
I'm gonna get up.
Inaction is also a decision, Sasha. And you're making the worst one right now.
Fuck you. You sweep up your own goddamn mess.
Okay, I'll try to jump us out.
Well, I was gonna run to the engine room.
Okay.
Oh, God.
See, because I've worked on I've been on ships my whole life.
Absolutely.
Maybe I know something.
Okay.
Okay.
So fast. I'll just go check.
Okay. I'll take over the piloting spot.
So Lex, you run back to the engine room. There's the glowing blue kind of cube-looking thing that is the spike drive, and there's a little bit of static in the corner. Io is kind of floating around and trying to plug some wires have been exposed. Some lights are flashing. You can go ahead and make a intelligence and fix roll to try and just whatever problem it is here, just plug the things that need plugging and fix it so that you can get out of the system. No,
Six.
you got a
Nope.
6.
Damn it.
Sasha has this is Sasha's kingdom, and whatever it is that he's done to make it so that this old ship works the way better than some of the newer ships do, it's nothing that you've encountered before. Probably also why Io failed was that Sasha has changed this up in ways that just don't make logical sense, maybe, but he knows the way that this engine works, and they've been working together for years and years and years, so it's just it's not gonna work. I'm gonna, if you're just you're down in the engine room, you're trying, but if you want to still try and get yourself out of the system, you can roll. I'm gonna say this is definitely above a 10 difficulty.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say its base difficulty is 7, plus 1 for the distance, plus 2 for the drill activation was rushed. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12 difficulty.
So that means I have to get over a 12?
You have to get over a 12. You have
Oh,
the Starfarer.
Yeah.
So you double your pilot skill. Wait, is it level 2?
Yes.
You double your pilot skill for all spike drill related skill checks.
Okay.
So that
I'm
means
just
that whatever your pilot skill is, you would double it.
okay. So it's 4 now.
Yep.
Okay.
You need a 12.
Okay. And I'm doing pilot and intelligence. Okay. We're gonna die, y'all. 14. Oh!
You, Lex, you're in the engine room and you're frantically trying to plug like different wires into different ports, and you hear the engine behind you like fire up, and there's this strange like high-pitched noise underneath, and you're not sure what it means, but all of a sudden you go from like, it's so fast, it's way faster than it ought to be, but you go from in the middle of the system in an asteroid belt, you cut into the metadimensional space from there, and immediately all of the system of Jourhilde like fades away, and you're just in the like pinkish purple currents of metadimensional space. And you know, at the very least, you've bought yourself some time, but they know your names and they know that you're all fugitives now, but you are in metadimensional space. Which, real quick, did you plot the course to the Khazardisk system or the Aesyria system?
Yeah. It's
okay. Okay.
Is what I had.
So all of a sudden, all of this noise from you yelling at each other, from the ship comms being opened, from the various and sundry damages that one shot took to your ship, it's like background noise as you enter the metadimensional space. And you and Salvador and Sasha, Mackie, are on the flight deck, and you see outside it's no longer the Jourhilde system. It's the pinkish purple currents of metadimensional space. And Salvador, you feel like something has been taken from you. And like this extra energy that you had when you were in your home system is suddenly drained from your body. And you're kind of confused, but you're pointing a gun at Sasha for some reason, and you can't quite remember why.
What's happening? Where are we?
What do you mean? We made it. We made it for now anyway.
Does he falter?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I'm going to rush him.
Okay. So you're really confused. Like, you just left your home system. Your brain's doing weird brainwashing shit. Your hand probably wavers for just a second. Yeah. And then you see Sasha barreling at you. Sasha, you can go ahead and make a roll. Dexterity or strength. And depending on what you're going for, either punch
I'm definitely trying to grab the weapon.
Okay. Not necessarily punch. Probably just exert. And you can go ahead and make a roll to evade this, but you're definitely going to be at a negative.
Is 9.
Salvador, because you're kind of out of it. So you can make a dexterity and probably also exert, but it's going to be a negative 1 to your roll, because you're just kind of like, what's happening? You see someone running at you. Dexterity and exert, yeah.
Okay, I got a 10.
Okay, so you got the -1. So you see Sasha running at you, And I'm gonna go ahead and say that you managed to just duck out of the way. You're obviously no longer aiming the gun at them. You're still very confused, but you don't get disarmed.
Whoa, Sasha, what's wrong? What are you doing?
That is my weapon.
You look at your hand, and it is Sasha's gun.
Mackie, what's going on?
You stole my weapon from me, and you manipulated the other members of this crew into taking a foolhardy journey that will get us all killed.
What are you talking about? It wasn't even, Sal had nothing to do with it.
Of course he did.
Oh, okay. So Sal reached out to an artificial intelligence on a prison planet and said, okay, we're going to jailbreak you. That
What
makes
makes
sense.
you think that Io is the fugitive here?
Because we just broke Io out of a
Let
planet?
me rephrase. What makes you think that Io is the only fugitive here?
You would know, Maggie, that Io wasn't anywhere on your crew logs. If that's all that they were getting the information from, it wasn't Io that they were calling a fugitive.
Oh, shit. I assumed it was Io.
No. They had no idea.
Can I unload the weapon?
You can take the battery pack out, yeah.
Yeah, I want to do that. I just want to make sure it's unusable in a pinch.
Yeah, you can take the battery pack out.
Okay.
Sal? What's he talking about?
It wasn't supposed to happen like this.
But it did. If you are going to shoot me, you shoot me in the back. I walk away.
I throw down the gun.
Yeah, so Mackie, maybe you didn't think about it before when like all of that chaos was happening, but like yeah, it does occur to you that when they said that you had a fugitive, it probably wasn't Io.
Yeah. Well, I just think like, yeah, in general, we just broke somebody out and we
Yeah,
were
that would
paranoid
probably
and
be the-
scared. My first thought was definitely that they've caught us and that, you know,
Mhm.
Io is, we just broke somebody out of
Yeah,
prison.
but maybe now that things have calmed
Now,
down a little
yeah.
bit, yeah.
I'm looking at Sal and I'm waiting for an explanation.
Are we safe at this point? Are we like...
You're people, if you would attack someone and there's no one behind you, there's no one following you, not in the metadimensional space right now.
Mackie, what happened?
What do you mean? What happened? We entered your home system. You don't remember?
No, what?
We entered the home system. We were refueling. And then the military came up and said they were going to board us because we had a fugitive. I thought they meant Io. I thought we'd been caught. So we tried to escape. Sasha didn't want to do that. He wanted to stop and hand Io over, and we refused. Lex and I refused. No, he pulled a gun on me, and you stood in the way. Thank you for that, by the way.
You don't remember the like stuff that you remembered about growing up on Nuda, but you still remember that last bit about why it was that you were on the run in the first place. That was never erased from your memory, Salvador.
I did what I did, Sal, because I trusted everybody, and I thought that Io could take care of us. But if this means I can't go home because you lied to me,
You got us out, right?
well, yeah, for now. But unless Io can clear our records from your home system, we're wanted. We can't go back there.
Salvador kind of thinks about it. He obviously feels very guilty about this.
What am I going to tell my parents?
make sure we're safe. I will take care of that. As soon as we're out of here, as soon as we're not being pursued, I will make sure that you can go home.
What does that even mean? How are you going to make sure? And how can I trust your word?
You can't.
Okay. That much is clear.
That's where we're going to take our break. What a tense first half of the episode.
What the hell? I did not expect it to go down that way. Woo! This is good though.
We have a few hours in metadimensional space before we reach the next system, and the team has a lot to work out. So let's take a quick break, everybody, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
Yes, thank you, Blue Jay. If you guys have not done so, please make sure you follow all these wonderful people. Make the follows happen. Follows are free. And if you have yourself a Twitch Prime that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Give them a sub. Get some emotes. Make yourselves happy. Do what Sasha would do. And
make yourself happy.
And yeah, make sure you do that. And if you want to help support Tablestory, one of the best ways you can do that is to head on over to our Patreon, which is one of the ways that we are going to be able to get guest GMs on this channel. So if you like this show and you want to make sure that we keep doing this kind of thing, go show some love on the Patreon. That's what it helps to do. So thank you. We'll be back in just a little bit. Hang tight for more In the Black.
Yes.
There might be something on the other side of it. Yeah, everybody like hide a little bit to the sides.
No, we need to use the elevator. You can't blow it up.
I won't blow it up. I'll just blow up what's inside the elevator.
There might be something inside, so like let's go to the side. So if something comes
If it
out, we
blows up,
can.
There's another one on the other side of the block.
Yeah.
Of course
Okay, you
it
can
does.
come over here. Come over here, like you
That's
can
the one
aim
that
it
come
from
out the
over
side.
here.
That'd be much harder to get. You think I can curve a rock? It's
Here.
the first time I've ever used one.
I'm hiding.
Diving.
If you want to get yourself killed, Irish.
I'm not going to get
Donnie.
myself killed. Look at this thing.
The door opens and it's full of robots.
Fire. Fuck it.
Irish is going to get a surprise round, basically.
I'm gonna be dead in one hit. You watch.
Okay.
I have changed my favorite weapon, by the way, obviously.
Irish, why don't you give me your attack, please, with your rocket launcher? Where are you aiming this thing?
Let's go, baby. Dead center.
Okay.
I now finally have 5d6 on this. Can I get some buses in the chat, please, motherfuckers? To be sure, top of the morning to you, laddies. Bang! Fucking kidding me? Oh god! It's jumping. It's fucking backward. Probably just fucking dropped the fucking rocket. Like I probably just went.
Welcome back, everybody, to Table Stories in the Black, the mini shot with our wonderful guest GM, Blue Jay. Take it away, Blue Jay.
Bad boy. Sorry. Not supposed to say.
You've just exited probably one of the most tense confrontations you've had, both intra-ship and externally. And now all of that nervous energy is just stagnating. Sasha, you headed back towards the engine room. Was that where you were going? Where was it you were headed when you left the bridge? The flight deck.
I would have gone to engine room, yes, to see what damage has been done.
So Lex and Io are in the engine room, and there's sparks going off, and Lex has unplugged some wires, and there's like lights and stuff. Like the engine is working, but there's a weird high-pitched like noise that's not ordinarily there. They've messed up your area real bad.
Put cables down. Step away from the engine.
What are you doing here?
Fixing the mess that you have made. So
What
in a
mess am
way,
I?
shut up.
I apologize.
I'll drop the cables.
I do not blame you, Io. Oddly enough, you are most trustworthy person on this crew.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
start to make my way out of the engine room. I'm gonna look at Sasha. You know what, Sasha? You're good with tools and engines and all that stuff, but you're terrible with people. And I'm gonna walk past him.
Sasha, do you want to try and fix this mess? At the very least, you can fix your engine. I don't know about your relationships, but the engine you can fix.
As Lex walks past, I say, do you have family?
Yes, it's clear I have family. I'm here for my dad.
Listen.
Do you actually care about them?
Of course I care about them. That's the only reason I'm here, if I'm being honest.
If you cared about them, you would not have done what you did.
I do what I'm told. You know that, Sasha.
I am in charge of this ship. You
this
did
is
not
news to
do
me.
as you were told.
I thought you and Mackie were both in charge.
No. And you know that.
You know
Don't
what, Sasha?
pretend to be as stupid as you are.
You know what, Sasha? I feel like things could have gone a lot different if you just acted a little differently.
How am I
Maybe
supposed
people-
to act? How? Tell me.
You just don't pull a gun out on somebody. I need him. I'm on some crazy drugs, okay? In case you forgot. You killed him, I could die too.
Mackie made a choice. This choice did not take into account anyone other than Salvador.
Well, that was a discussion for a different time. We had already committed to something.
Yes, you did. Get out of my engine room.
Don't you ever touch my pilot terminal. You understand me?
Is not your pilot terminal.
You hired me.
I
That is
did
my terminal.
to do
while
a
I'm-
job. You do not claim ownership over terminal. I am in charge of this ship. I hired you.
As far as I'm concerned, you're the manager of the ship. And I'm gonna walk off.
That is correct.
I'm gonna go up to the flight deck.
Okay, let's get a quick roll to see if Sasha can fix this mess down here at the very least, and then we'll skip on over to the flight deck to see another lovely confrontation. Sasha, you know what you need. Fix and intelligence, let's go. It's a mess down here.
All right. Ten.
Yeah, you can definitely fix whatever went wrong down here. There's some external damage from the firing on the ship that you'll have to fix when you're out of the metadimensional space. But at the very least, you can plug things back in where they're supposed to be and get that high-pitched whining noise to go away. And it's kind of a little bit therapeutic for you. This is where you're most comfortable, and now that things have quieted down, it's good to be back here. But let's follow. I feel like Io is probably gonna follow Lex out of the engine room, and you both go back to the flight deck, where Salvador and Mackie are kind of just sitting. Are you sitting in silence here at the flight deck? Have you?
You're muted, PB.
Yeah, I'm back at my terminal. I waited for Sal to tell me the truth, and he didn't. So I just kind of.
So
went
there's
about my
like
business.
a tense silence on the flight deck as you walk back in, and I will just settle back into the charging port.
So Sasha's just allowed to wander the ship now, even though he's waving guns around?
Yeah, I don't know.
Excuse me, when did these wires get crossed?
When
Why
did-
are we all not
what
on the
word?
same page?
Because someone's been lying to us.
Who's been lying to us?
I don't know. Salvador.
Salvador?
You wanna tell her?
Tell me what?
My name isn't Salvador, Lex.
Yes, we discussed this. We all have like little nicknames, right?
I had to use the name Salvador because they were looking for me under my real name.
So did you know this before we jumped into that system?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell us so we could have adjusted things?
I didn't remember what happened in that system. I still don't remember what happened in that system.
So
Mackie,
Sal,
I thought you...
you knew that you were wanted, but yeah, you didn't quite remember what for. But now you can remember that there was the planet. You remember seeing the planet below you going lifeless and dry, and you remember, like, this is kind of coming to your memory now again as they question you. You remember running up to the flight deck on the Vita Nova, and you remember getting into an argument with your superior officer about what it was that you were here for and what it was that they had done. And you remember a biofoam syringe in your hand, and watching your captain fall to his knees in front of you, choking, his mouth full of foam. And you remember them locking you in storage. And this is all like running like a movie behind your eyes as Lex and Mackie question you about why it was that you were wanted. And like before, it had been this dread in your stomach when you thought about it, but now you can see it like it just happened.
I killed my captain.
Salvador, come on. It's not the time for stories.
It's true. I didn't mean to.
Mackie,
I didn't have a choice.
I feel my eyeballs. This was supposed to be an easy mission. This was supposed to be some easy money.
They were destroying planets. I tried to stand up. My captain.
On the screen in front of you, there pulls up. You didn't do this. You could, Mackie. You know that it was probably
something,
Io.
yeah, takes over
But
my
there,
terminal. Okay.
there pulls up the crew information of one Jesse Locke. And it does say mutiny against the captain. It says that he was on the Vita Nova. He was a medic, and it was a rescue mission in the Aesyria system. It doesn't say anything about destroying planets. It frames him as a really bad dude.
Holy shit.
Am I reading it over? Like, can
It's
I?
on.
I
the
mean,
big
it's on the
screen,
big
yeah.
screen. Yeah, it's up for all of us to see.
Mackie, did you know this?
No, I didn't.
I don't like this. So what do we do now? What do we do now? I don't know what we do now. Salvador, what?
It's not true what it says on there. It wasn't a rescue mission. I thought it was too. They gave them a chance to surrender, to join their utopia. And when they refused, they destroyed the planet.
Do you have any evidence of this?
Salvador, you personally don't,
Yeah, apart from
but the
my
system's
loss
right.
of memory, but that's not
The
like.
system's right there.
Wait, what?
System's right there. The
Oh, so we're
Aesyria
actually coming up on it.
system, that's where it was. Yeah, you know. You remember. It says right there that that's where your mission was.
Can we change course at all to go there?
Yeah.
Mackie. It was in the Aesyria system. If you can get us there, I can show you.
Show us what?
What's left of that planet.
I mean, I don't know what that's gonna accomplish right now. I need money. I need money for my dad and my family.
I'm sorry, Lex. I'm going to send the file that is up on the screen down to Sasha with the text. You were right. I'll be down in 5.
You get this message on one of the screens in engineering, Sasha.
I'm gonna storm down to the engine room.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
So Salvador,
we should maybe not leave Salvador.
yeah,
by
you're
himself.
you're all standing on the flight deck, and Salvador, you're staring at like your own file on the screen. And then there's another file that's put up on screen, and it's the crew log of the Swift Gambit, and you're all wanted by the Jourhilde Empire.
Io, is there any way that you can help with that?
I can attempt to, but
I thought they were coming.
I could
to-
not erase my own history. I do not think I will be capable of erasing yours. It is beyond my capabilities.
Okay. Thanks for trying. Sal, I'm gonna need you to come with me to the cargo room.
Okay. I understand her decision.
I walk him to the cargo room, and I'm gonna.
Go to Aesyria. You'll see.
I just lock him in. I lock him in. I don't say anything. I lock him in, and then I walk away.
Okay. So, Sasha, you get this message from Mackie, and then hear 2 pairs of footsteps approaching the engine room.
I keep repairing engine.
So you were right. They weren't after Io. They were after Sal.
What was first hint?
I didn't know that. I didn't know. Sasha, I thought they were coming for Io. I thought I thought we'd been caught red-handed. I wasn't going to just stop and get arrested.
What kind of ship is this?
Piece of shit freighter?
What kind of ship do they have?
I don't know. It's a scouting military ship. But you're good. I'm good. Lex is good. I thought it was our best shot, to be honest.
I am still repairing. I have not turned to face them at all. What are you
Sasha.
here for?
Sal's locked in the cargo We're wanted in the Jourhilde system, and Io can't fix it.
He lied to us. Sasha?
Have I ever lied to you?
No.
I don't think you've cared enough to lie to us, if we're being honest.
I have always been honest. I don't know what you are expecting from me. My job on this ship is to fix it. It is to make sure that we all don't blow up. It is my job to make sure that we meet our quota. It is my job to make sure that we get from one planet to the next in one piece. And I am in charge. When you violated my orders, you not only mutinied on this ship, but any trust that I had for you is gone. So I do not know why you are here right now. What is it that you are trying to accomplish?
I mean, Sasha, you were waving guns around. It didn't seem logical at the time. And there's a lot to this. It's not just a black and white.
To him it is. I'll lock myself in the brig.
We need you to navigate.
I mutinied. You can turn the ship around, right, Sasha? Turn us all in? You were right. I trusted someone I shouldn't have, and I'm sorry. I walk out.
Sasha, you know that I'm here for the right reasons.
What reasons are those?
For my family.
And now, we are both fugitives. We cannot see our families. The only thing in my life, the only thing that is important to me is my family. And now, I will be lucky to even see my sister or my aunt ever again.
What about me, Sasha? I have a big family. They rely on me. I let them down too. We could try to hack it. I don't know. Fix it. We have to fix it.
How?
Let's go turn Thal and say that he held us all up by gunpoint. Put all the blame on him and just give him up.
That option is gone now.
I don't think it is. We can send a message back, see if they receive it, see if it's okay. If not, then we go from there.
There is one thing that I have learned in my years. That is that credits speak much louder than words. We must continue with our mission. If we obtain enough credits, perhaps we can buy our way clear of this problem.
The way I see it, this isn't either of our faults.
Whose fault is it?
I don't want to say it.
Are you scared of hurting someone's feelings?
Sasha, life is about more than just fixing engines. Do you know how fast you can lose things? Look at this. I make a choice each day. I wake up and I go, I'm gonna take today. I won't let this universe swallow me up. I choose a different outlook than you. I'm not like you. So yes, I'm scared of hurting someone's feelings.
You're going to have to get tougher if you expect to live any longer than a few more months in our situation.
Then tell me what I need to do, Sasha.
You need to leave me alone for now. I need to think. This is not an easy situation.
All right. And I'll walk out of the engine room. And I'm assuming by now with the drugs and all the adrenaline that I'm feeling pretty shaky and pretty garbagey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can either go ask Sal or attempt to do like a check on yourself or have Mackie do it, or you can just take one stress.
I would probably try to check myself because I don't trust Salvador.
Okay. It's gonna be an intelligence and heal. So Lex is like shaking and jittery, and she goes to the small like medic cabinet and is trying to do what she saw Salvador do.
All right. I'll just like rummage through whatever I need. All right, I can do this. I can do this. Got a 9.
Not enough, unfortunately.
All right, this is fine.
So you can't find the medicine that like Salvador uses. There's a bunch of different chemical composition like things, and they all say like weird names, and you don't know which one he was using. And like you can try and just jab one in your neck, but either like you can I'll give you a chance to like go talk to him or someone else and see if someone else can make the check, but it has to be 10 or above to give you to not give you another system strain for today.
Could Sasha check me?
Sasha could. I don't think Sasha has heal either. I don't think anyone has the heal skill except for Salvador.
If it fails again, I'll have a 3 out of the 6.
Out of 6,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to Sasha about it.
And you try and put like some of the stuff back that you've got all over the counter, and you're shaking so hard that you like drop some of it.
This is not good. This is not good. Okay. I'm gonna hit the comm. I'll call down to him to see if he'd be open to me coming to see him.
Who?
It's to Sasha.
Okay, so Sasha, there's like a call on your console from the like operations level.
As soon as I see it, I'm trying to imagine the situation. I need the moment to think. And then goes away, and then the comm lights up. There's the immense amount of rage that's happening right now is just incalculable.
You don't have to answer if you don't want.
I push the button.
Sasha? What? Okay, I know you don't want to be talked to right now, but like, I don't feel so good. I don't want to go to Thal, and I don't really want to see Mackie right now. So could you check to make sure I'm all right?
Check to make sure you all are all right? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know how Thal was doing those checks? I feel shaky. I don't feel good.
Have you tried walking back and forth on ship?
Just let I'll just go ask Salvador if you don't want to do it. Just go ask him something. I don't remember the medicine.
I fix ship, I don't fix people.
I know. Please?
I feel like I need to make some kind of saving throw.
I mean, if you want her to roll, it would be a charisma and talk, probably.
I think you have to do it.
Okay.
Oh God, please. What do I have to get higher then?
I think
Test that shit.
an 8 is usually like just above like an ordinary person could do it.
Okay. A 7.
Oh no, honey. So, I mean, you can choose how hardened your heart is, but that's not a great roll.
I told you, I fix ship.
I know. Okay. I'll figure it out. It's fine. Okay.
Try walking back and forth on ship. Always works.
Just pace, it'll be fine.
And I guess I'll hang up on him.
Okay. Are you gonna try someone else, or are you just gonna take that strain?
I think Sasha's the only one that she really trusts right now, so she's gonna take the strain.
Okay. So you're in a rough spot. You've got 3 out of 6 system strain. And it's still another, what did I say, like 4 days before it wears out of your system.
Mm-hmm.
So you just need one more successful check. But
like-
you're not getting it today.
I feel like it just feels like things are vibrating around me.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, maybe Lex is pacing on the operation deck. Mackie, are you, where are you?
Well, I guess I am up watching flight and piloting and stuff to make sure there's nothing that crops up at the last second.
Okay, can you roll a notice and wisdom for me?
Sure. Oh, God. I think I know what this is for. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on. Notice. 8.
Okay, that's enough. You're no longer headed towards the Kozer disk system.
Wait, what? What's happening?
You're headed toward Aesyria.
Wait, I didn't do that.
No, you didn't.
Io,
Yes, Mackie?
what? Did you change our course?
Yes.
Why?
You asked me to find a way so that you were no longer wanted. The only way that I could see that that would be the case would be if we could prove that the Jourhilde Empire is not what it appears to be. So, I altered course.
What if it's just a ruse? What if it's just another lie? Then we'll get caught.
The only other option that I could see is we attempt to obtain enough units to buy a better engine and bypass the Jourhilde Empire altogether. That would take, by my calculations,
Oh, God.
years. Of course, you did say that we would be square. So I suppose I do not have any obligation to remain with your crew while you attempt this. But I feel Sasha said that I was the communications officer.
That's right.
It is our best chance.
Okay. And yeah, I just sit up there alone, making sure that we're all right.
Okay. Unless anyone else would like to do something during the hours that you're in metadimensional space. Lex can't sleep. Sal is in the cargo bay. Mackie's kind of staring into space, or not space as it were, and Sasha is holed up in the engine room. Would anyone else like to do anything before we arrive?
6 hours, you said?
Yeah. Six hours of looking out the window at nothing, really.
I think that I would go back to my room.
Okay.
And I will be recording a message on the datapad.
All right.
Hello, Anya. The last communication that we had, I sent off to you. I'm not sure if you were able to notice if that there was some strain in my voice. I have done my best to try to get you the help that you need. Unfortunately, things have not gone well as of late. There have been problems on ship that I can't fix. You know how badly this troubles me. If there is problem, I fix. Is what I do. But this time is people. I don't know how to fix people. I think maybe they act one way, but always surprise. This is no different. I do not know how long it will be until you hear from me next. It may be a while. I will make sure that any credits that I make, I will send to Nana and you. Don't send me a message back. It's important. Goodbye. And turn it off.
Anything else while we're in metadimensional space?
Nope.
I'd just be pacing because that's what Sasha told me to do.
It's true.
So you're like walking up
Yeah.
and down and around.
I'm just like wringing my hands and like.
Do you
probably
pass
talking.
by the flight deck at all or no? You
Oh
don't
yeah, I'm
come-
probably just
I
like.
mean, the flight
laugh
deck is
everywhere.
just above So like there's a ladder,
Yeah.
and you could probably hear her like pacing back and forth, running into things, dropping something.
Okay.
And eventually you'll arrive in the Aesyria system. You fade out of metadimensional space, and the system has a yellow-orange star, very much like Earth's sun. It's the outskirts is the usual cloud of asteroids where you arrive, and there are 4 planets in orbit, 2 of which are gas giants. Nothing really orbits them. One of which is a rock that's very close to the sun of Aesyria, and one of which is in the star's habitable zone. You would assume that that is the planet that the file referred to. It's too far out yet for you to really see what's going on or get a good scan. But you all, except for probably Sal, if he's still in the cargo bay, would get a notification that you had exited metadimensional space. And now that you're out of metadimensional space, this ship is real rough.
Yeah.
It's less than, like, there's multiple hull damages. None of it's buckled yet, except for in that one cargo area where you can just like seal off and it's fine. But yeah, and from what you can see in the system, there's no space yard, there's no shuttles, no other ships that you can see. From where it is, you would think that there would be more going on, but it's just really empty.
So, before, like, nearing the end of the 6 hours before we actually left, I would have let Sasha and Lex know via just a written message, yeah, that Io may have found us a way out of this. And I would have like explained the situation and
Meeting on
asked.
flight deck in
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. So okay.
Yeah, I imagine it would be like a quiet 6 hours. Like nobody's talking.
Oh yeah, like there's
Yeah,
a tension.
yeah.
For sure. Okay, so you all arrive at the flight deck, except for Sal, of course.
Is my
Sasha.
weapon there?
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Sal
yeah.
said they
I have
dropped.
the battery for it still.
Okay, but your weapon is on the floor or on a chair or something. There's no battery pack, but you probably have spares somewhere.
I look at both of them and I point to my weapon. I don't want to use that. Do you understand that?
Was your first course of action, so it seemed like you wanted to use it.
I only use my weapon when it is necessary. Just like when I fix ship.
How did you know?
Yeah, how did you know? And if you knew, why didn't you say anything before now?
I was not sure until we were stopped. Io had cleared itself from any manifest you showed before. So, three options left. I know I am not fugitive. So, between three of you, I think which one is having problems? Salvador does not know what is happening. Is strange manipulation on his brain. Yes? Was not hard to figure out. As you say, there was not much time. I tried to make decision and I should have been listened to. You chose other option.
I mean, I'm just saying for the future, maybe we could all just have like we could work on our delivery a little bit. Or we have a word or something.
I am
if
who I
someone
am.
says that, I'm just saying, it might help in the future.
If we have future. Look. We are in difficult situation now. All of us agree. All of us know this. Mackie, you have said before, we are left with limited choice now. Io has come up with plan. Io, how did you think arriving at this system would help us?
So I would have detailed that out in the message that I sent you. Sorry, I was...
In the files that I accessed concerning Salvador's previous name, it was stated that whatever events preceded his traitorous actions took place here in the Aesyria system. In all of my searching through the sector maps and information about the Aesyria system, I noticed that no one, after Jourhilde claimed that they saved the inhabitants of this planet, no one has come back to check. I figured if we were to prove that we were not indeed fugitives, or at least that we did not do what it is that they said that we did, that Salvador did, the best thing to do would be to check.
How much fuel do we have left?
Not a lot.
Have you
And
done
the
any
ship does-
scans?
We are not yet close enough to the planet Shan to scan, to confirm or deny what it is that they said happened.
So we have limited fuel. We have small chance to scan this system, record our findings, and who will we give this information to clear our names?
I do not know. Perhaps everyone?
Do you have this capability?
It is likely that the best solution would be to go to a major broadcasting hub.
What is the closest one?
Let's see. The closest broadcasting hub would be in the Halia system on Vermar. It's 0002.
Well, that seems rather difficult in our current situation. It is rather far.
It's far, but I can do it as long as we can get some fuel.
You know that there would be a refueling station in the Kozardis system, but it would be a real close shave. Like
And
you're running on fumes, basically. That
And the
jump
ship-
would be the yeah, it'd be rough.
And we don't have a fuel scoop on the ship, right?
I don't think so. I can check real quick. There's like if you're looking around here, there's definitely not a working refueling station in this sector. No one's been here in a really long time. Probably 3 years since Jesse became Salvador.
Would I have seen this information that he shot his captain to stop
It was
deaths? I don't know if this was transmitted by Mackie.
It was brought up on the flight deck. I don't think that Io brought it up downstairs, but Mackie, did you send? You said you sent that information.
I was trying to. Yeah, the letter that I would have written out to everybody with Io's plan would be like, "This is what Sal is saying. It happened.
Oh, it says
This
you do have
is-
fuel scoops. Okay.
Yay! This is what Io wants us to do to clear our name and whatnot." Sorry.
It would be 4 days to refuel the ship with the fuel scoops.
I mean,
Yeah.
Sasha, we got the scoops on. I mean, we could. It might take longer, but. And we don't have to stop. I
Well,
don't.
we
It
could
makes me
also-
nervous. to stop.
We could also refuel it just enough to make sure we get to a refueling station.
And this military ship, would it be able to follow us to this location?
Well, we're not in their space anymore.
That's
So-
true. You're out of the Jourhilde
Yeah.
Empire.
We're out of the Empire, so they can't really
However,
do it.
we may present a problem for them. They may deem it necessary to fix the problem.
Well, if it's true what Sal's saying, and it's bigger than us. And I don't think that he was right, and I don't think that justifies him lying to me or you. But
No,
if they're wiping entire systems.
it very well could mean war.
What if we, get this information and we transmit it out anonymously?
Perhaps. If we are able to reach this place and disseminate this information, we may be able to clear our names.
My
We
neighbors
must-
are drilling. I'm sorry if you can hear that.
We must clear our names no matter what. I think we can all agree on this.
I have to go home.
We will need credits to do whatever it is we decide to do. What would you like to do?
Me or Maggie? Or
Both of you.
oh, I don't want to be a fugitive. I mean, we're already on this course. We might as well just go through with it.
I said it was our best option.
If we go this way, if we go to this planet to broadcast this, we will be stopping many times for fuel, possibly for supplies. We are going to need credits. We must fix ship as well. I have some spare parts, but I don't know if it will be enough to fix ship.
Wait, Al sent us 10,000 once. Al,
Unfortunately, with your fugitive status, your main accounts have been frozen.
but can you work around that?
I am not familiar with the government of this sector, but I can attempt to do so. It will take time and access to intra-system network.
And maybe
Commodities.
not this system because it doesn't appear
Not
to
in,
be
yeah.
anybody here, but maybe in the next system over.
We will need commodities if we have no access to our accounts. We need to barter something.
I can make friends pretty easily.
Perhaps we should go to where we intended to originally. See what information we can gather, and perhaps we can use that as some sort of bargaining chip to make our way to this broadcasting station.
If you wanted to go to the Anthea system, you would have to stay the 4 full days to refuel. If you wanted to go to the Kozerdisk system, it would be half that time. Information has its own value as well. I think that Aya would say that out loud. Information has value.
Yes. I think we should go to our original destination. We find out whatever we can, and perhaps we can sell this information.
Okay.
This system, the fact that this planet is gone, the fact that everything has happened here, we may also have to use this information for our own benefit as well.
You haven't gotten close enough to the planet to like scan it yet. So it could just be fine and empty because they
We're
did
rescued.
save people and take them away.
Well, depending on what has happened. So, perhaps let us scan planet, get any information that we can, and then we will make a decision. I will take your input.
We need fuel anyway, so
I'm going to walk over and take the weapon.
Okay, so
And I'm going to find the battery pack as well. Put it in, and I'll holster it.
Okay, my assumption would be that you were directing course toward one of the 2 gas giants, the one that's closer to the abandoned planet, so that you can activate the fuel scoops and also try and get within scanning range.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Does anyone go talk to Salvador about the fact that they're going to check if his story is true?
I do.
Okay,
I
so
don't.
Sasha, Salvador,
I'll watch though. If I see him going down there, I will
You've been
put it
in
up
the
on
cargo bay for hours. Like it's probably 6 hours, maybe a little longer now that you guys are like making your way through the system. What have you been doing? Sitting, sleeping, raving?
I haven't been able to sleep. I didn't even bother trying to figure out a way to get out. So I've just been sitting.
In the one chair.
Yeah.
I open door. Well,
Do I see that he has the gun out?
I don't have
He
gun out.
holstered it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We
And
are
silence.
currently making our way towards the planet that you say was destroyed. Are you happy for what you have done here?
No.
Was this your intention all along? When you came aboard this vessel, were you looking to come here? To prove yourself right?
No. I'm trying to make a new life for myself.
I am
Completely.
definitely studying him, trying to read him.
It would be a notice in wisdom if you wanted to try and like get an idea of whether he's telling the truth or not.
Super good at that.
Salvador, are you trying to like hide what you're feeling or thinking at all, or are you just like projecting it? Do you
Yeah,
usually like
I know that he's a threat at this point, or we were in some kind of fight. I don't know the full details. I don't remember the full details, but I know that he could be here just to shoot me. So I'm trying to not give anything away.
All right.
Why do I not see notice on skills? Oh, the top. Okay.
Because you have a point in it, evidently.
An 8.
Okay. I would say that this is probably a opposed roll. So Salvador, if you wanted to roll wisdom and probably perform, because you're trying to keep a straight face sort of thing.
Okay. Wisdom and perform, that is a 4.
Yeah, you could rate everything on his face, Sasha.
Is he lying to me?
Are you lying to him?
No.
But you can tell that he's tense, as though like he expects any second you're just gonna shoot him in the chest. And there is kind of like a resignation in his face. Sasha, you can see that, you can read that from him. Like, yeah, okay, we had a fight and now you're gonna just kill me, like they tried to do before or whatever.
What you did on ship with your captain, you inject him with this. You killed him?
Yes.
Why? I want you to tell me.
I thought my ship, the Vita Nova, was a rescue ship. Everyone thought it was a rescue ship. When I saw them drain the life of that planet, just because they refused to join their utopia, I couldn't stand by and let that happen. And I tried to get away. But my captain, he wouldn't let me. And we got into a fight. I wasn't as experienced in combat as he was. He was winning. And in a struggle to survive, I reached for the only thing I had, which was my syringe of biofoam.
There is no such thing as utopia.
I'm aware of that now.
Everyone in entire universe has different idea of utopia. If everyone has different idea, it's not possible to make utopia. Your people are foolish.
I'm surprised we agree on something.
Not one thing. Your choice to stop your captain It was admirable.
I don't know about that.
Is problem, big problem for many people. You have caused a rift on this ship. I have hard enough time trying to understand all of the thoughts and feelings from everyone aboard. Yet now, I must also worry about trust. I don't like that. And you are supposed to fix people. I fix ship, not people. Now, my pilot may die. Can you fix? Or not?
I can try.
I don't want you to try. Can you fix?
She hasn't been checked in a while. I'll check her, but
Can you fix?
I'll fix her.
If anything, and I mean anything, happens again, where you make rift worse on ship, I will not miss. And I pat my weapon. Go fix pilot.
Does Mackie know I'm going to be leaving?
I look up towards camera.
Yeah, because I've been watching. So yeah, I just go, come on, voice. Yeah, I know.
Okay. Now follow Sasha out.
All right, so I feel like by this time you've definitely come up to the gas giant that you noticed had the most hydrogen mix in its atmosphere. Lex is like practically jumping out of her chair as you pull up to it and start to activate the fuel scoops. Salvador comes up to the flight deck. And Sasha, are you also going up to flight deck?
Oh yes, I am watching him.
You're within distance now once you approach this gas giant to do a scan on Aesyria. Mackie, would you probably be the one doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Am I able
gonna...
to like record the visual data? Like,
yeah, for
do
sure.
all of that? Okay, yeah. I'll go ahead and start those recordings and whatnot.
Scan's gonna be like an intelligence and notice,
Okay.
probably, to see how much information you can get. The ship scanners probably give you like a plus one or plus two. You've probably like adjusted these scanners with your program skill before because you said you spent time like looking through the navigation stuff and like scanning metadimensional currents to find other systems that weren't. So you probably give it a plus two.
Okay.
An 11.
11.
Okay, so you're all seeing this. It's up on the main display of the flight deck. There's a visual imagery of the planet Sean, and it looks brown and dry and lifeless. The scan itself comes up with some information that isn't visually, but it can tell there was a terraforming accident, quote unquote, that destroyed the biosphere on the planet. It has no more life, flora and fauna wise, like completely dead, like sowed the ground with salt, sort of dead. But for some reason, you can still detect that there are millions of people down there. It's been 3 years all of the technology, like there are floating wrecks of ships in the atmosphere and satellites. None of them are usable. You can tell that different places on the planet's surface that might have formerly had administrative stations or communication stations have been bombed so that they could not. They've basically been sent back into the Stone Age. But somehow these people are still alive. And I feel like this information comes up on your ship sensors, and you see in your mind, Salvador, like the image of this beautiful green planet turned to dust and ash. And there's like, you register that like there are still people down there, and it just like blows your mind. How could anyone survive this? And then there's the planet rotates just a bit, and there's you register one beacon that it doesn't have enough of a range to get out of the system, unfortunately. But there's one remaining communications beacon, and it has a pre-recorded message on it. And it says, "To anyone who enters the Aesyria system, we need help. We, the people of Shan, stood against the Jourhilde Empire, and for that insurrection, our planet was destroyed. We have no food. We have no plants, and we no longer have the technology to get off of our own planet. Please, please help us." And that's it.
Would I have heard any of this, or am I going to treat Lex, or am I treating Lex?
No, you're all on the flight deck. You're all there. You're all listening to this. This is like the closing shot, as it were. Just like you hear this information, you hear this signal, a little staticky, come over the comm system, and you're all just sitting there, staring.
Is one of worst ways to die.
I don't think we can go to our original destination, Sasha. We have to help these people.
How? We cannot fix planet.
We can tell others.
We can take the beacon and we can tell others. What if Jourhilde does this to other?
I just wanted it to be a transport. It's simple. You take goods from one planet, you move them to another.
Sasha could help clear our name too. It would make the Empire look bad. I don't think we'd be fugitives anymore.
I mean, if you're fugitives from an evil empire that destroys planets, I don't think that anyone cares.
Take beacon.
Can I just record the message, or do I have to take the beacon? Yeah, okay, I'll just record the message then. I don't want to destroy their beacon. Are we able to leave them a message?
They have no way of reading.
They have no way of receiving it.
They have less than Earth's current technology.
Yeah, okay.
Like, it's a fucking wreck.
I have an idea. Can we bounce something off of their atmosphere or light something up so that they can see? Like maybe fine tune our lasers so we can do like a planet-wide aurora borealis or something so that they at least have some sort of sign that someone has seen something?
You could try.
And maybe light oxygen?
Well, okay, maybe not that exactly, but some way of giving them a signal that we've heard them and that we're gonna help.
You could send something down, like like a cargo crate. You could like try and adjust it so that it has like a message in it and it doesn't get fucking burnt up when it's going through the atmosphere. They'd probably find it eventually.
I will make something.
Okay.
I look at Lex and I look at Mackie. And then I look at Salvador. You made the right decision. And I walk away.
You're the best janitor we've ever had, Captain.
I love you, Sasha.
I'm putting you both on ret duty.
Okay.
I'm gonna whisper to Mackie. I'm really good at that.
Yeah, I am too. I usually catch the ones he's pretended to catch, and yeah.
And I think that's where we're gonna have to end it. So, yeah, thanks for playing the Starts Without Number game with me.
That was so good, guys.
The unfortunate thing about such a short series with such a giant, wonderful space is that you can never do everything. So I'm really glad with the way it went. I think we looked at a lot of cool stuff. I think there's still a lot of questions that remain unanswered, which is always good. So let's one last time and give a shout out to everybody and where you can find them.
Okay.
Let's
start with Katie, maybe.
Okay.
I'll go
Katie.
last. I'll wrap everything up.
Sounds good.
Hi, I'm Katie Peters Plays. You can come hang out with me on Katie Peters Plays on Twitch if you'd like. We just finished The Cat Lady, and I think we're going to play some Dead Space 2. So that's coming up on my channel.
That's such a weird sentence. We just finished The Cat Lady.
It was intense, let me tell you.
Yeah.
That sounds like the drink that like your friends make you drink, like when you go out to a bar. Like, drink the Cat Lady. It's like some mystery jar on the bar, like in the back. There's like deviled eggs floating in it.
It's got something that looks like beer in it.
Yeah.
It's like thick too. I'm also here on Mondays for Sector 49, where I play Mama Jambles, and Wednesdays for Nocturne. Thank you for watching.
Let's get a shout out from the Nocturne GM, Pumpkinberry.
Hello, hi, I'm Pumpkinberry. You guys can find me here several times. I'm on Tuesdays for Darkfire, Wednesdays IGM Nocturne, and on Fridays I'm here for Halcyon. You can also find me at my channel, which is Pumpkinberry, on Twitter at Pumpkinberry, all the things. Yeah, I do stuff, play stuff, GM stuff.
Nice. And Suba, this was your first time role playing.
It was.
How was it? Did you have fun? Did you have a good time? Did I do okay?
Way more intense than I predicted it would be. No, I had a lot of fun. It was different to what I expected. I think each week I'm sort of learning more and more, and it's surprising how much in between each week I'm sort of picking up as I go. But it's been a lot of fun. I have been super scary. I've been playing the weird medic Salvador with the interesting backstory that we actually got into quite a surprising amount of, more so than I thought we'd actually uncover in the short 3 episodes that we had. But yeah, you can find me at twitch.tv/superscurry. I am currently on hiatus from streaming while I'm revamping everything. However, if you want to follow me on like Twitter, it's super scary everywhere. So if you look that up, you'll find it.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, we thought you were a traitor, and then it turned out you were like a good person that did the right thing. And oh man, that was like a roller coaster of emotions in 10 minutes. Oh my God.
and bringing you all those roller coasters of emotions. I'm Blue Jay. I've been your GM for these last 3 episodes. Thank you so much to everyone who backs the Tablestory Patreon for giving me the chance to be here. It's been great. You can find me doing other stuff on twitch.tv/BlueJay or on Twitter at BlueJay_712. And all my role-playing, everything, including other shows that I've GM'd, are all over on bluejay.tv/portfolio. So you can check all that out if you have a feel for it.
Thank you so much, Blue Jay. And thank you, chat, for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Wax Steven. I am normally the GM or DM of Doom, depending on the show. But this was a lot of fun. It's great to get to play, every now and again, and it's significantly less work than DMing. So it's a lot less stressful, that's for sure. So thank you so much, chat, for being here. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for all the monetary support on the Patreon and subbing to this channel. It helps us do stuff like this. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Blue Jay. Thank you so much for GMing us. This was a lot of fun, and this was a really great campaign. You did awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you to Supa. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, PB, for being awesome role players as well. Thank you so much. And if you guys have not done so, please make sure you follow everybody here. Make it happen. Go give them a follow. Follows are free. And if you have yourself a Twitch Prime or an Amazon Prime, link up your Twitch Prime and get yourself some emotes from one of these people. Help support them. They make wonderful things. And if you want to help support Tablestory, head on over to the Patreon or get a subscription to this channel. And then you can continue making stuff like this happen. We love these mini shots, mini series, one shots, or whatever it is that you want to call them. We love doing them too.
There was only one shot fired in this episode.
One shot that hit. There were 2 shots that were fired.
2 shots were
because
fired.
the military ship and Whack both fired.
Crushing PB's dreams. That's the DM's job.
Wow.
That's the job of a GM. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you Monday. We've got Sector 49 going on. There's only 2 more episodes left of Sector 49, so make sure you come check it out. We'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Peace out. Have a wonderful